From intellectual challenges to overcoming life-threatening diseases, life's been tough on most of us, and today I'll be talking about just how rough some NBA players have had it. But spoiler alert, there's a happy ending for everyone. Just look at Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. Formerly known as Chris Johnson, the NBA player had a rough upbringing. He claimed he would often go without dinner at night. He also had a moderate form of Tourette's syndrome that went unnoticed until he was 17. This caused him to repeat the 4th grade and be placed in special education classes. But despite these challenges, Abdul-Rauf's basketball skills were phenomenal. In high school, he was a prodigy who averaged an incredible 29.9 points and 5.7 assists per game. He continued to dominate in college at LSU, setting numerous scoring records. He was eventually drafted as the 3rd overall pick by the Denver Nuggets in 1990, and despite his condition, he played for 8 seasons in the NBA and over a decade overseas. In 1995, he had his shining moment with a 51-point game against the Utah Jazz. Looks like, despite all the hardships, he managed to make a name for himself. Another similar story is that of Brandon Roy. He was a teenage basketball prodigy with skills that attracted the attention of several universities.
At the 3rd quarter buzzer, he has been on fire here.
However, he had a learning disability that made it difficult for him to understand what he read. This disability could have dashed his dreams of playing at a higher level and forced him to attend a junior college. But Roy was determined to make it big, and after failing the SATs 3 times despite getting tutoring, he finally passed on his 4th attempt. He attended the University of Washington and was eventually picked 6th overall in the 2006 NBA draft by the Portland Trail Blazers. Despite earning Rookie of the Year honors and 3 All-Star selections, Roy's NBA career was unfortunately cut short by a degenerative knee condition in 2013. But that's okay. He has plenty to be proud of in the time he did play. But no list of players overcoming their limitations would be complete without mentioning Gerald Green. Did you know that NBA player Green has been playing with only 9 fingers? Yep, you heard that right. Despite playing 15 seasons in the league,
from the weak side, Green jumped over everybody, caught it, and dunked it.
some fans are still unaware of this fact. So how did he lose a finger? Well, when he was in 6th grade, he was dunking on a makeshift basketball hoop and his ring got caught, ripping his finger off. Well, it's impressive that he has still managed to average 10.8 points per game with only 9 fingers. I can't help but wonder why a 12-year-old was wearing a ring while playing basketball in the first place. Regardless, Green's career is a testament to his talent and perseverance, and it's amazing to see what he has achieved despite his injury. Currently, he's playing for the Miami Heat, and though he may not have been born with this, he's indeed found a way around it. But he's not the only player who worked his way around a sudden limitation. You must have heard about Chris Wilcox's amazing comeback to the NBA after heart surgery. The power forward and center had already played for a decade in the league, with stints on several teams like the Seattle Supersonics, New York Knicks, Detroit Pistons, and the Boston Celtics. When he was diagnosed with a heart condition after undergoing aorta surgery, Boston waived him, but they soon welcomed him back when he made a successful return to the court just 4 months later. Even though Wilcox's scoring average took a hit during the 2012-13 season, he made up for it with his incredible .719 field goal percentage in 61 games, which was the best of his career. It's a testament to his hard work and dedication to the game, and it's inspiring to see him bounce back so quickly from a serious health scare. But no story is as inspiring as Olden Polonice's. Both of his feet were turned inward at birth, and doctors told his parents that he would never walk. For the first 2 years of his life, he had to wear casts on both legs while his feet were reset and positioned. It was a difficult time, especially since he was in Haiti where healthcare wasn't the best. But Polonice didn't let that stop him. He eventually learned to walk and even picked up a basketball. And guess what? It only took him 7 7 years from the moment he first touched a basketball to make it to the NBA. The 6'11" center played for several teams during his 15-year career, including the Supersonics, Clippers, Pistons, Kings, and Jazz. It's amazing to see what Paulie Nice was able to overcome and achieve, despite the challenges he faced early in life. He's a true inspiration to anyone who has been told they couldn't do something. Maybe he took inspiration from Sean Elliott. Elliott's NBA career was marked by success and perseverance, especially in the face of a potentially terminal kidney disease. After winning a championship with the San Antonio Spurs in 1999, Elliott revealed that he had been diagnosed with focal segmental glomerulosclerosis. It's a kidney disease that could be fatal over 5 years earlier. Despite taking medication, Elliott eventually needed a kidney transplant. Luckily, his brother was a match and donated a kidney to him. What's even more incredible is that Elliott was able to return to the court for the Spurs' last 19 games of the 1999-2000 season. He even started 34 of the 52 games he played in the 2000-2001 season before retiring in 2001. It's amazing to think about how Elliott was able to not only overcome his illness, but also make a comeback to the game he loved. It goes to show that no matter what, if you put your mind to something, nothing can stop you. But Elliott isn't the only NBA player that has had to face a sudden health crisis and needed to jump back from it. During his rookie NBA season with the Portland Trail Blazers, power forward and center LaMarcus Aldridge also suffered a sudden health scare. While playing a game, Aldridge felt dizzy and his heart began racing. He was rushed to the hospital where he was diagnosed with Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome, a heart condition that ended his season. However, Aldridge was determined to come back stronger, and in return, he did. Since then, he has played in at least 69 games almost every season, except for the start of the lockout-shortened 2011-2012 season, when he had to undergo surgery for a reoccurrence of his condition. The University of Texas standout proved that nothing could hold him back, and he continued to excel on the court for the Trailblazers.
Just a beautiful ball fake there, and then go top shelf and get yourself an extra one at the free throw line. That's a beauty.
And later the San Antonio Spurs and Brooklyn Nets. Now that's crazy, but you know what's crazier? Leaving the NBA after a disease and rejoining after immediate surgery. That's what happened with Alonzo Mourning. In 2003, basketball star Mourning announced his retirement from the NBA due to a serious kidney disease called focal segmental glomerulosclerosis. On the same day, Jason Cooper, Mourning's estranged cousin, learned of his relative's condition while visiting their terminally ill grandmother. Cooper was tested for compatibility, and to everyone's surprise, he was the only match for Mourning. The basketball star received a kidney transplant from his cousin, and remarkably, he returned to the NBA in 2004. Despite facing challenges and doubts about his ability to play at an elite level, Mourning persevered and helped lead the Miami Heat to their first NBA championship in 2006. His story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. These stories go on to show that no matter what, hard work will always pay off. And these were the top NBA players that overcame disabilities.